I just remove that. Wait, you're not supposed to see this. Not supposed to see this.
How big is that? That's the first thing I'll talk about. How big is that whiteboard?
You want me to go there to get a reference or
No, no,
something?
I'm just very fascinated with whiteboard.
When we read basic electronics in
Yeah.
child, I used to see, I think it's utna whiteboard ka size.
It's not as big as that. That's why I was very interested.
Not even probably half.
Yeah, it's I think half, which is why I'm disappointed. My name is Kartikeya. I am now a fifth year IIITD student. I don't like engineering that much. So I will be working in engineering, but I'm also working to make my own video.
Hi, my name is Rachit. You may know me if you know Madtoes, if you know Let's Talk, if you are a PhD student. You may not know me if you are my batchmate because I don't know most of my batchmates. I am notorious for being sketchy. Nobody knows my branch, even Abhi, even I don't. Nobody knows what things I like.
Okay.
Me, Abhi. Nobody knows what my career prospects are like, including me,
Okay.
Abhi. I am a person who is very comfortable with uncertainty.
So कैसा लग रहा है after all these 4 years? इतना सब कुछ हो जाने के बाद, knowing the fact that आज के दिन की रात को आप ह्यूमंस ऑफ ट्रिपल आईटीडी को इंटरव्यू दे रहे हो, कितना ऑनर फील कर रहे हो आप लोग? मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ.
I feel like I've completed college life like a year ago.
Okay.
This is just like an epilogue.
For me, I feel satisfied after college. I have done everything I would have wanted to do. I explored the shit out of college, academics, extracurriculars, competitions, leadership, politics with Ralde. And so now I'm at a stage where I feel that I've learned how to learn to do things. Hey, about interview for humans at IIIT. I am very thankful to humans of IIIT for interviewing me.
That's what I wanted.
This has been a lot of honor. I was hoping that this day would come. In fact, for the past 3 years of my life, I have just continuously looking at that page on Instagram, and I'm not on Instagram. At least I wasn't there during those years. I've been continuously looking at their Instagram pages, TikTok's Instagram account. In fact, that account was made so that I could share humans.
Oh, thank you.
So being here is a dream come true.
Thank you for saying what I wanted to say.
Kartikeya, coming to you. So, how has your experience with student council been?
It's been a beautiful time, honestly. I chose to go into student council because I lost my wallet. I know that doesn't really completely make sense, but basically I lost my wallet one day. So whatever, I now found that wallet, and then really made me think that why then something lost not be found in this college. That's how, like, why is the student council not already doing this? I decided I've always wanted to do something like this. In school also I tried, but it didn't work out because teachers were also involved and I was rebellious. So yeah, I have learned from that. I got involved and I had a group of people around me who were supporting me, telling me that you can do this, you should do this. And it came to fruition. I got voted in. I remember practicing the speech in the bathroom 15 minutes before the session started. No one else knows that until now, I guess. But I was really cared about getting in. So I did. And then my friends started asking me, are you going to try for president? And I'm like, where did you get that idea? I haven't had that idea myself. But then they gave me the idea. So I tried to president and it was unanimous. I got selected unanimously. It's been very nice. It was a very learning experience and it was something that I did out of basically nothing. Like I had got nothing for it, but it was because I really wanted.
I would really like Rachit's opinion on this.
Dalde loved the SC so much, he came 45 minutes late on the JLF trip. We had to keep the bus waiting for him just because he wouldn't leave the meeting.
Rachit, how was your journey with Madtoes? We would really like to hear that. How did you start with it and how did you go into it?
Okay, so this is something I've said before. People don't believe me. I have never danced in any capacity before college. Okay,
I have
but family की शादियों पे नाचा हूँ. That's the max I have done. उसके अलावा I have not. When I got to know college में dance society, I was like, fuck, join करना. Why? Because in class 12, I went to some like science fair or something where उस college की dance society danced in the inaugural and I was dancing. Okay. I was fucking dancing. They were amazing. Yeah, then I was like, अच्छा college में join करना है. I remember I went to the audition with like a few steps in my mind, a few songs. So I was shit nervous there. Okay, and I refused to perform when Pandita said कि perform कर during the audition, and I was like, fuck me. और एक तो ना मेरे मुझसे पहले perform किया जतिन ने, and Jatin is like super confident pro dancer. मैंने कहा So somehow Pandita said कि ठीक है तू खराब भी कर रहा है तो कर ले. I was like no, मैं नहीं कर रहा. He said अच्छा तू practice कर ले. We are not evaluating you now. I just did a practice run in front of the mirror कोने में छुप के. Technically everybody can see it, but for me कोने में हूँ मैं. Then I was doing, and then he said कि अच्छा चल अब करते हैं final. तो I was ठीक है करते हैं. मैंने करा. My performance was worse than that of the practice.
Okay.
I still got it. But yeah, dancing with Madtoes on my own freshers party was, I think, one of the best things I've done. And also I like did a couple of performances as a part of my Mr. Freshers performance.
Hmm.
So I think that was very well received. Sometimes in the film.
Weird thing going on. Okay.
Etched in my brain, never going
So,
on.
and at that point of time, I had this, since I was very self-conscious about my dance, I still am, but a lot less. I was like, nobody's gonna record. So, पहले I knew just like one or two people. मैंने मना कर दिया.
Okay.
So I thought I had no recordings.
Ah.
But suddenly I received a glaring message from people ke, which you performed and you did not even tell me. And then they just sent me all the clips of me dancing. I'm like, holy shit, what the, who recorded this? Then I got to know that they record kiya hai. And then I did thank them in the end. Initially I was like, dude, where is consent here? Hello. Pandita said, bro, तूने stage पे आग लगा दी. And for me, that was like, yes, I am good enough for Madtoes maybe. So that's how I got into Madtoes. Madtoes brought me self-confidence. Often किसी ना किसी की छुट्टी होती थी, कोई ना कोई somebody would be absent in the final performances, and I would take their place. So I ended up in the second positions for like 3 to 4 performances ऐसे ही.
Oh.
Just because I was able to replace them अच्छे से. So if you see, and if I'm standing in like one of the top, central 3 positions, it's because I'm replacing someone, and all of those performances are recorded.
Yeah, Rachit is not very open about things, as you can probably not understand from this interview, but he's not in general.
Okay.
So I have to read between the lines. Thankfully for him, I'm very good at that. It's not like something we talk about, but we always, I think, know what is generally going on with the other person. But anyways, about Madtoes, I was there around him when these things were happening.
I remember for the emergency event, this was like the first let's talk. This was flagship. I had Ralden here and Kurt, सबके सब for the planning. And so I remember when I was giving coffee for Adda, based on the forms, I was like, approve its index. So I just said, भैया 40 cold chocolate बनाना.
Oh, I drank 3 of them, but don't put that.
He was like, yeah. I said, भैया 40 cold chocolate चाहिए मुझे.
How did you guys become friends? Like, was it the induction or something? Or was there a very weird story behind it?
I think my first impression of Friday, this was this course called Anthropology of Social Media. He was the only person besides me who would speak in class. And he got roasted for it, not me. We had this professor Shriram sir, बहुत लेते थे इसकी, and he used to laugh. And so they were like, Ashwin and me, we were like silent ASM spectators. And I used to get more active. And then Ralde was active, but he was also often wrong. So I think that's kind of how we met. He used to sit on second and third row. He was a first bencher back then.
Okay.
He used to sit on the second or third row. And हमसे एक row पीछे होके ऐसे बैठते थे. So he used to just see and laugh at us like that.
I have photos.
He used to laugh like this, So I think that's how we kind of got to know him. फ्रेंड्स कैसे बने उसका मुझे आइडिया. मुझे याद है थर्ड सेमेस्टर में हमने बीए लिया था. Business anthropology by the same prof. Now Ashwin and I were like, "Acha, this guy seems he will work." So of course that was just our galatfehmi, but more on that.
How did Rachit and I become friends? We were kind of good at ASM, so that's how it started. But then in BA is where it actually started. Basically, it's weird. We basically worked half our college lives together in one way or another. And he still doesn't consider me a good teammate, which is very funny.
Yes.
Which is very funny again.
I took a vow in the semester I will never work on a group project with him again. Never. But somehow he's been in my team every single semester since third semester. This guy has been on some team of my summer course project.
8 subjects for 8 semesters, an average of 1 subject per semester, and this guy still thinks I'm a bad teacher.
He is a
No, we did not get less than a 9 in any of those courses.
Yeah, and for good reason.
For good reason that we were a good team.
He really likes you, right? So I will
Please
take
don't care
silence.
about your mental health.
Did you know there was this deadline in which Ralde did no work, so he had to treat us to sandwiches?
That's not true. That is a very wrong story. I did lesser work because of external circumstances. And then I did manage. And then when I came back to do my work, they'd already done it, which was surprising. So I did think they deserved a treat from me because they did carry me a little bit through that society. So clearly speaks to how honest I am as a person and how much work I do. But I accept when I haven't done a lot.
What all names do you call Rachit by?
Yeah.
Your friends.
I cannot say that.
There is no
You
other
want
name.
me to shut
Why?
the
So there is
recording?
one other name, but I don't say it often. Rabich. A lot of people call him Rabich.
Yeah, that's a new thing which is coming up. Yeah, this caught up in the pandemic.
Yeah. But except for these two, he's very boring, so we don't really have a lot of names.
That's true.
Yeah.
We just call him Raldu now, I think.
So you call me Raldo.
No, everybody calls you Raldu now. You see our Insta stories for you, we all say Raldu.
Listen, you might be secretive and private, but I'm an open book.
Did you guys also know I had a smear campaign planned against Raldu? So there was this time Raldu was acting like a bitch. So I think we were in the canteen and I was like, I think there's Sahil Yadav with me. And when we decided, so I have a lot of dirt on Raldu. I have a folder on my phone which is just dirt on Raldu.
He's like a sociopath where he confused me as well.
It's just blackmailing purposes. It's just for blackmailing purposes, okay? So yeah, I have a folder for like a couple of my friends. So yeah, I just put information over there. Yeah, so we had planned a smear campaign against Charlie. This was strong arm him and it worked.
Someday or some night that you would definitely want to revisit, relive.
There's no time with Rachit I would ever want to revisit. I will have to think about it because they're not good ones.
I have a favorite memory with Rachit. So as you know, Rachit is a social worker, which means he has a lot of attention and he has a lot of people who are giving him attention. Then they are all just like waiting कि 12 बजे हम celebrate करेंगे रॉडी के साथ. So we physically kidnapped him. Okay. We first invited him on the pretext of a meeting, which he knew was a pretext only, but he played very well, so it was. Yeah, so हम इसको I think 11 बजे से हम इसको जबरदस्ती काम करा रहे थे, and we knew it was his birthday. We were like बढ़िया pre-birthday काम कर चल बैठ के. Then 12 बजे I took away his phone. I snatched his phone from his hand और मैंने रख दिया. And then everybody just barged into the room, and then हमने इसकी आँख पे मारी party. It was just 4-5 people. We had a party planned somewhere else, okay? So then we were like, because Ronaldo likes to be manhandled at times. So he will not say he likes it, but since I was with him in OS, I know the kind of inner, अंदर से जो इसका thing आती है. So we tried to, put something of that. So yeah, we basically blindfold him with I think 1-2 रुमाल से ताकि कुछ भी ना दिखे. And then we put a chashma over that ताकि कुछ हो जाएगा. चप्पल में इसको हमने ब्लाइंडफोल्ड के साथ घसीटा, ओके, और मैं इसको लाइब्रेरी से ऊपर ले जा रहा था लिफ्ट में, बट बीच में गार्ड ने देख लिया.
I wouldn't know this because I was blindfolded. So I don't know what he's talking about.
तो उसके बाद हम लिफ्ट में रह गए, फिर हम चले गए सेकंड फ्लोर पे ऑफ द स्टूडेंट सेंटर वाली बिल्डिंग. और एससी वाले रूम के साथ वाला कॉरिडोर पे नोबडी यूजेस. वहां से घुमा के हमसे ले गए मैटोस वाले रूम के पीछे. Then we all hit him with water balloons. So there were 10-15 people over there. जैसे इसका blindfold उठा था, everybody started badgering him with water balloons. और मेरे ऊपर भी आ गए आधे. That's the problem. So आधे I took for you. You didn't even notice.
Blindfolded me and manhandled me.
So I think that was one of my favorite memories with Randa, just seeing him getting assaulted by water balloons.
My favorite memory. So, as I said before, Rachit is a very private person. He doesn't really talk about anything except work because he's my work friend. But except for that, there was this one time where it was Rachit's parents' 25th anniversary. He invited a small group of us over. So that was like the first time I really felt like Rachit was opening up. And like for someone who you know, I won't say care about because that's going too far, but who you know, and if they open up to you after not opening up or not, I mean, it felt really nice. So it really felt like he was kind of like exposing himself in a certain way. So like we went to his house and we met a lot of his family. We got pictures clicked with them. He had a famous dance performance in front of us to the entire family, and we have videos and memes of that. But like that's beyond the point.
Memes of that.
But like he spent half the day, half the event with us, and we really felt valued and actually friends for once. After that, he took us home for the sleepover. So this is the time we found out Rachit can drive because he drove us from the function to his house. We thought Rachit was too short to drive, but apparently he's not. So we went to his house, and there we spent the entire night. So we were all in one room still because that's just how we were. But yeah, it was a very nice night. We stayed up all night, played dance around and all of that stuff. We tried to heckle Rachit into giving insight information about his life. We tried to get romantic information about his life. And we got some by inference, not by him saying. But like, it was him inviting us over that really mattered to us. So at least that was one of my favorite memories. Just one thing about Rachit, we don't have a lot in common except for our choice of courses actually. Like we're friend, like the type of friend we are is very different. It's more private. It doesn't talk about anything as I said before. And I am very open as you can see. But it is quite nice that we still can have a close relationship without us being a similar kind of person. And that is something actually Rachit pointed out to me on my birthday, which is one of the first time I feel like he said anything ever.
Did you guys like have any, like after the deadline? So you said
Oh,
you
yeah.
work on projects a lot. So the deadline ke baad karne wala, like this.
Specific, something specific that you always did or tried to do. Yeah.
I think it was mostly Rade ki bestie and
Yeah.
that was a staple during the
There was
project.
this one assignment, OS ka last assignment, we submitted, and I'm usually the one who can't code because my laptop does not have the software because I have a
Rich
Mac.
people problems. Rich people.
It's much harder to get the software online. The last day, we knew we were done with the assignment. So what they made me do is like, bro, you've been looking at this code for so long. You've been trying to, idealize that, whatever. Well, how about you write this code? And I am sitting there. They recorded me typing 5 lines of code.
We had a timer, एक हाथ में timer था, कैमरे से point कर रखा था, and we were looking at it.
So what else did we do after deadlines?
I think after deadlines we were usually very exhausted.
Exhausted. Yeah. There was this one time after deadline where we weren't exhausted, which is the one where I came late for. Oh, I just remember the one where I had to treat them. So I'm like, you guys would never actually like spend 400 or 500 on sandwiches, but these sandwiches are out of this world. I will order them for you. So I got them the sandwiches, and as Rachit will tell you, they were out of this world.
What was the worst deadline memory that you can remember? The worst. That made you like, oh.
So there's this course called Designing Human-Centered Systems.
Okay.
Yes.
Every single deadline of it was hell for me.
First deadline for me was also DLCS.
Okay.
None of my teammates would work. Please don't put this. They can also put this. I think it's fine. Let the bitterness come out. But yeah, I think that entire course was horrible. After which I took a pledge never to work with Ralde again. So.
But he did. AFC in 6-7.
Yeah, and we know how the AFC team was formed. Okay, you're welcome. I will say that despite no matter how of a teammate Ralde was, it was fun to work with. Minus THCS.
First deadline, I do have one. Our first deadline, like our OS first deadline, that was the only one we left incomplete. So that was probably our first deadline academic.
So TEDx, you both were involved. Like anything you want to talk about it, how the experience was, organized karna.
Yeah, March 2019. That was the one that kicked off my college life because before that I had been rejected by the CC. That was my first try. And I don't blame them honestly, I hadn't done anything like that. So like I had my Big Bang, it's an astronomy course, which was my second year, third semester I did Big Bang, which is an essay event. It was very, very well done from my side. 50 odd people came for a quiz, astronomy quiz, which was a very big deal, I was told, and I feel to this date.
It is a big deal, Ralde, you did good.
Yeah. So that was my first event thing. So I was really, really happy. And then I'm like, oh, I'm CC karunga main. And well, that didn't work out. They rejected me. And that was my first and only rejection. 60% of me comes from the people around me. That's why it's very important for me to have the right people around me. I get my personality from them, I get my ethics from them, I get my morals from them, I get my ideas from them, I get everything from them. It's not that I don't have an original thought, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is why I value people who are around me a lot, and one of them is definitely Rachit because he's here, I have to say it. TEDx is a unique experience in home. It's so professional, you feel like a big deal. You feel like you have like a position of responsibility of representing the college. I was a curator, so curator has to look for speakers. So finding all of these big names that you have contact, which honestly half the people don't know. But I did manage to get in touch with Mona Shetty. What she does is run one of the leading dubbing studios in Bollywood. So she's a voice actor as well as the owner of that studio. So she's quite a big deal. I was supposed to take care of her. I was supposed to take care of her coming there, book the hotel, वगैरह, along with possibly stay with her, go her speech, better her speech or make changes to her speech. And at that point, I was a second year, but just been rejected from CC. Yeah, but I always had self-confidence, and I fake it till you make it, right? So I just did it, and it went quite well.
What was your role?
I was a part of the CND team. both the years. The first time I was an edit. The first time I actually applied for an event manager, but then the person said, "Hey, you look like more of an editorial guy." So I was like, "अरे वाह, director की position मिल गई है, editorial director short पे लिखा हुआ है." So that time I was the editor, so I curated all the content, at least almost all of it, which went in the social media. Yeah. Second year I was the marketing manager. I proposed a lot of events which could happen for PR and publicity. Half of them were rejected, but I think some of them were carried forward.
Changing topics a little bit. So how is the farewell vibe with you guys? What are you thinking as of now? And आज चल रहा है दिमाग में farewell vibes क्या regarding?
I have left hope for a farewell. People no longer have that kind of an enthusiasm for farewell. So I remember I texted Muskan, what the fuck is the farewell team doing?
I had my farewell, which was full of sadness. But yeah, this is a nice bonus, especially seeing the comments down there. You read any one of them, doesn't have to be directed to you, doesn't have to be directed to anyone you know. You see how much people took from college, how much people meant to other people. At least for me, it feels emotional. It really, I'm a sucker for emotion, even though I don't show that much. But definitely, like some of the comments down there, for me and for others, it's really big.
Now that you look at, like जैसे freshers की भी आज बात हो गई है, farewell की भी बात हो गई. So how do you think you have, like evolved? क्या चीजें बदल गई एकदम? Like a lot of things change. Your people around you change, your priorities change, you change. So like.
Rachit will take this first.
I'm not confidence. I think I'll start with people around how people around me have changed. So I at least I used to be a very incognito person. I think for the past 1 year I have dramatically worked on being a lot more social. काफी कुछ किया है मैंने. But I think first 2 years के अंदर तो I was like invisible, or at least I liked to be invisible if I wasn't invisible. So yeah, that was me. So I remember I used to hang out with like very few people and they used to keep changing. Somehow for some reason I don't know, I have a friend group now. I have no idea कैसे बना. I just know that there has been a lot of politics involved in it, a lot of झगड़े, a lot of कलेश, a lot of इस टाइप के नहीं इसको निकालो नहीं इसको डालो. Somehow for some reason I think I just established a lot of friends. I think one reason why I get along with my friends, so since I'm a very private person, most of the friends I make is through work. When I work with people or when I organize stuff with people, that's when I get to know them. That's a sign of character for me. I would probably not like a person who is not diligent with their work. That's the kind of person. That's the kind of people I surround myself. First 2 years where I used to think I don't need people, to now where I appreciate having people with me, I think that is a dramatic change. I have become a lot warmer to people. I have certainly become I think 100 times more social than I was before, and I have become a lot more open. Two things I would attribute my growth to. One is Red Sox. I just had to be social. I just had to be open and warm. And the second thing would be the pandemic, where I really had to just push to not feel bad all the time.
For me, the 4 years, I mean, if I had to sum it up, it's about finding yourself. So college was another chance for me. It was a chance to prove myself. In school, you are exposed to a certain kind of people, very, very specific and specialized kind of people. So coming to college, first year was a cultural shock. I struggled to find people with the same idea, with the same ideas, and with the same something that made me really want to talk to them. But what I figured out was it was kind of a closed mindset. It wasn't that the people around me were not something that I would like to interact with. It was more like my mind was so closed off that the people I want to talk to are just one specific type of people. So at a certain point, I had to adapt. And adapt I did. That's the one thing I really learned, that you cannot be so set. You have to learn, you have to adapt, you have to overcome. It took a while for me to open myself enough to look out for people that I want to be friends with. And I finally did find a friend group, which is the same as Rachit's friend group, because we are in the same friend group. But yeah, it took a lot of luck and open mindset. And I feel like that's always what it's going to take. We all feel like we have so much control over who we're going to connect with or who we're going to be friends with. But turns out we have jack shit. Like, we can't control other people's thoughts. We can't control other people's emotions. We can't control how other people react with other people. How the fuck do you have a friend group of people that all think like you? That's impossible. First of all, if you find those people, technically, what is the chances that they're going to come together to find a fucking friend group? Like, what is the mathematics? I'm getting 7 probability and statistics. How am I going to do this? But basically, that's all stuff that had to inspire for me to be in a comfortable space. And I find myself very lucky that I found a group of people that be very sure are not the same as me. That's how my social life went. You have to explore every aspect of life before you. I came into college thinking, yes, I want to do a master's. And when I think back to why I wanted to do a master's, it was two reasons. One, because my parents said so. And second, because wow, by Bahar master's karega, that's pretty cool. The location goes abroad, not the fact that I'm going to study computer science. So I didn't realize that for a long time. For the first 2 years, I was just grinding to find just get good grades because someone had told me that you need an 8.5 and above, otherwise they won't even consider the application, no matter how good they are. So I kept grinding. And after second year, I'm like, now I've reached one more step of consciousness. Now I need to figure out what do I need to do masters. This is where the problem came to a head. Because I had no fucking clue what the fuck I liked in computer science. So this is when I started to explore other subjects. I started to look at data science. So I started with AI. Then I started looking at security. I started looking at design a little bit. These are all things I had to explore to actually figure out that none of them suited. No, not none of them suited me. None of them I loved. I had to do it and I did it. But do I want to do more of this? Do I want to do more of things that I don't love but I have to do? That is a question I had to ask myself. When I did, things became clear about, and that for now, again, this probably going to change very soon. But for now, things became clear that for me to be happy, I am in a privileged position of not having to care about money that much. For me to be happy, I need to do something else. Now, that's not me saying that everyone should have this point of view. There's a lot of different circumstances and a lot of different motivations people have. And there's nothing wrong with wanting money to sustain yourself. For me, my motivations are different and I want to do something I love. I don't want to come home from work and be relieved. I want to go to work and be intrigued. So basically, that's what I figured out. And this all happened because of the pandemic. It's that time when everything stops, you don't have anything to do. That's when your mind switches on and you start to think about what you do. And that's at least what happened to me. I mean, that's how I figured out where I want to go or where I would like to go in life. Whether I will achieve it, who knows? I mean, I think I know I will. That's what I feel. How did I start putting out that video?
मतलब कब से था plan and like what actually gave you the
So this happened when I introspected when the pandemic started. In 5th semester, I took a course called Filmmaking and Radio Podcasting, which is a very basic introduction, and you don't have to learn anything to do that. But I had that book, I read it upside down, and I gave it. So yeah, like I really loved it, and I knew that before going in, but like that just reaffirmed my beliefs. It's 90% frustration. 90% frustration for not doing exactly that what you want to do. That frustration kept growing till January when I wrote my first short movie. Then I started filming my first short movie, which is still not complete. That frustration also kept growing till I put out my first one. Now, the Instagram videos are not something that I want to be doing. Like, that's not my end goal. I love doing it, but I want to be making movies. I want to be working on movies. I want to be directing movies. I want to be writing movies. And how will I get there? Well, everyone who I seem to ask who has done even a little bit of that tells me you will have your own way, and that's the fact. That's probably why people don't go into it. But yeah, I don't know how I'll get there. I just know I will. So that's what I'm working towards. Instagram is one thing that was readily available to me in front of me. I could do it, and I have started doing it, and I don't intend on stopping anytime soon. And my short movie will get completed, and it will go out on Instagram before.
So we have a question for both of you. If you were allowed to make an ad for IIITD, so anything that you can make. Yes. This question is going good. This is going good.
Hear me out, okay? So I actually liked my experience at IIIT. A lot of it I would attribute it to the fact, okay, I had very restriction. तुम्हें इतना घिसना पड़ेगा कि तुम्हें समझ में आने लग जाएगा कि if not what you like, you will definitely get to know what you cannot go. I would advertise IIIT by saying that it gives you resilience. It gives you that power to survive, and it gives you a lot of opportunities inside of academics. We are professionals. We are a lot professional. You know, we say a gentle reminder. People in organizations just say, hello, 5 p.m. meeting. I'm seeing that, okay? I mean, so weird. These are very small cultural things we will see at IIIT we have. We do not appreciate them away. We don't even see them away for that matter. But the moment you step out of IIIT, you think, so we get built different. Okay? So that's how I would advertise IIIT.
So mine would be a different point of view. Mine would be that induction में treasure hunt होता है तो आ जाना. I have got a lot of calls from parents because my number is listed on the college website. From I don't know how, since when, But I get a lot of calls from parents looking to join IIITD Delhi or are in IIITD Delhi and have lost some connect with the people around in IIITD Delhi. I have some practice in selling IIITD Delhi. Basically, what I say always is, it'll be horrible if it's not for you. It'll be cathartic or really, really good. You will have a market advantage over other people if it is for you. So what I would say is IIIT is a trial by fire. You might get burned or you might reach the other side. It's a risk you'll have to take. To gain like everything, for anything worth doing, you have to risk something. We have as an engineering college an abnormally small size of batch, which means everyone knows each other. And okay, Rachit, I know you're antisocial and like really weird and stuff. You might not, but in general, everyone knows each other's faces. So this really gives into like kind of a very community kind of feeling that comes between seniors and juniors, especially, and between your batch a little less, but it's also there sometimes.
IIIT, I would advertise the senior-junior relationships. Holy shit, how did I forget? Oh my god.
There you get dragged, here you get prepared for your life. Actually, for your college life.
So it's just a couple of questions like फटाफट उसको like not exactly a rapid fire after the teacher sound करता but like big boy.
Favorite food from canteen?
Cold coffee from the juice wala. I don't like anything from the canteen, but the cold coffee from juice wala,
That is amazing. I did try that.
मैं मुझे भी याद है.
it is my staple. Okay.
Right. Winters में Bonvita garam wala at night. Except for that, when they give chole kulcha, they give it with cold chana, right? So I figured out that I can ask them to give it with chole if the right day comes around. So I asked them to give it with chole kulcha. So that's something that you normally cannot get, but you can try it out.
What was your Adda in college?
Oh my god, so many. Okay, first, I think for second semester, it was Ragwa Ramok ka kamra, which we used to call mini BCR. The entire boys hostel used to hang out there. Third, fourth sem, I think it became the library because we used to do a lot of work over there. So library discussion rooms, we used to just occupy.
I was working with him on the same projects that he was working on.
Then I think one nice area we used to initially hang at, I don't know if you remember, was HoIIITD stairs.
And that's where I lost my wallet. So I think I would have to divide it between winters and summers because there's a clear difference about where you would hang out in winters and summers. So winters may any one of the lawns. Eating outside the canteen lawn was one of my favorite parts, right? Lying down there, whatever.
We have dosas. Yeah, we have dosas वहाँ बैठ के.
In the summers, there's only really one place which is nice because it's the only one which is AC. So
second best place is old boys hostel की सीढ़ियाँ because nobody.
But yeah, BCR you always end up one way or the other for some reason. There was one time when we watched Superbad in the BCR, which 20 people got group. Everyone was so scandalized. They're like, what are you making this movie?
Superbad is a very sad movie. I mean, it's like very classic humor. You know, in fact. So once I organized a movie night with friends and I made a Let's Talk event. So we had sponsored snacks for everyone. Yes. I think this one is worth telling. Imagine. You know, and we had such good participation, 20-25 people.
Yeah, but there's one place I really like walking, which is seminar. So, New Camp ke the other side, the side that is towards the edge of the college. That road is quite nice to walk on because it's usually late at night. It has the wind for some reason, and it's isolated.
The next question is reliving one night from like पूरा college history जो हुआ एक night आपको दोबारा से देखने पे एक night या फिर anything.
My last day of college, even though I did not know was my last day of college, was the most beautiful day I had. If I show you the sunset that day, you will be like, this is the last. It does look like. But that day, what happened was I had a very good time with Muskan. Then I had a very good time with my friends. I had my first macaron. I've been waiting to try my macarons for ages. So me and my friends went out to Epicuria. We went to Chatterhouse first. I had a fight with Rachit. And then I went to L'Opera, and so fight with Rachit is a good thing. But yeah, I went to L'Opera. I had first macaron. Definitely having my first macaron. Then we came back to hostel. And we jammed all night till 7 p.m. And then I woke up at 1 p.m. and left to never come back. That was my last day, and I would love to relive that day.
If I were to recall some memorable nights, one would be Dandiya night.
I love Dandiya night since
Dandiya nights too, yeah, like more people. I just love Dandiya nights, except for the part when the DJ starts playing literally any other song than Karpa song.
And then the DJ kept playing a long song, and he did not get to dance. It was very funny, but also very sad.
So yeah, so I think so. What happened is that we had a lot of deadlines 12 baje ki on that day during the Dandiya night wala. So we actually completed all of that in advance, which was crazy. को जाके. Then we had a hectic day. उसके बाद भी we got to change. Then we did Dandiya basically the entire time. Then Vikram Goyal आ गया. He said 1 crore, don't dollars, क्या 1 crore. So then the Dandiya night had to close. But then उसके बाद हरकेश नगर में party चल रही थी. Parties are epic because Vikram Goyal cannot stop them. So we with a group of people, Mayank and I, and I think Abhi Tanya, we were just dancing seminar building के आगे. बस टू हरकेश नगर के गाने वहां से बज रहे थे और तुम यहाँ नाच रहे हो उसपे. That for me. And so most of these people then went to Taco Bell. I did not go because I hate Taco Bell. So मैंने कहा मैं नहीं जा रहा. So I was just dancing there with Mayank and then even Mayank went. तो मैं अकेले नाच रहा था वहाँ पे सेमिनार के आगे खड़े होकर. And I was so shit tired. उसके बाद I went to my room, changed. These people came back. They got chocolates for me. So I do this thing.
Oh, this is the first Dandiya night where we got chocolate.
Yeah. I had chocolates and then I think उसके बाद ना we actually just at least Ashwin and I and I think a couple of more folks were there. I cannot remember. We were just in a room and we were chatting. Almost the moment. Then I think Ashwin played a couple of songs on his guitar. And then everybody was super sleepy, so we all just left. And the next day I experienced like a hangover without actually having it. So yeah, for me, I think that day was like a lot of small events, and it was just a very wholesome day. Like even though next day I had a headache and I had body ache, but chala nahi ja raha tha, perpetual state of confusion. But I felt very wholesome. So that's
nice.
So obviously, Pratik Kuhad wali raat was also quite special.
yeah. I think I've mixed some parts. Pratik wali night. I think you remember Jubin Nautiyal mein we were like standing bilkul uske niche.
Oh, yeah, we got stage access.
This is Jubin Nautiyal. This is us.
Bro, I have put videos of that on that video I made, remember? Oh wait, you want to
The one with we are rolling.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That one, yeah.
Okay,
One more of my interesting nights outside of college would be JLF pe when we were with Soumya ma'am and we were playing actually all night. And then, okay, Hima, we were not there. Imagine, okay, you folks are playing Antakshari, you were stuck at a word. Suddenly, सामने वाली building से आता है गाना.
सामने वाली खिड़की से
सामने वाली छत से तुम्हारे पास गाना आता है. और फिर उसके ऊपर गाना फेंक रहे हो. So now your Antakshari is not within your circle. It's a competitive Antakshari.
Oh my God.
It ends with because supposedly RSS वाले लोग आ जाएंगे. That's not
Crazy man. So we were just sitting by the bonfire पूरा रात and उसके बाद जाके
I totally forgotten about it.
this is one of my highlights of JNF. Cross roof Antakshari.
That's amazing. We don't get that every day.
It was so unexpected. Like we were initially creeped out कि क्या हो रहा है. I remember Soumya ma'am was like assessing the atmosphere. One of my best nights. Holy shit! This is actually one of my best nights, and this is during I played Among Us and Codenames and Titania shit ton of other games, Scribble वगैरह with my friends till 7 a.m. in the morning. We started off at 10. Okay, how many hours is this? I don't even know.
So yeah, that was it. That was a cool interview.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here.
Fun, given it was with Ralde. I thought इस बार सारा काम मुझे करना पड़ेगा.
It's almost like that's never gonna happen again.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways,
Yeah.
good evening, good night.
Good night, guys. Good night.
Right.
Had a very amazing time. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.